begin tonight with the story of the legalisation of poteen making in Ireland. Yes, after all those years of furtive mountainside moonshining, one very persistent Bunratty-based company has at last been granted a licence to manufacture the real thing. But it's a poteen-making licence with the classic touch of the catch-22 about it.
That's the last drop into that, Jim. And it's the only legalised bottle of poteen in Ireland now. We've actually achieved that, and we'll actually now put a cork in that just to make sure it can't be opened until it's exported.
And that's where the catch-22 comes in. This poteen is legal, all right, legal everywhere in the world, but not here in Ireland.
Well, I'm the only legalised poteen maker in Ireland, Jim, which I begin to realise only now. I spent a number of years actually working on this before eventually the Custom and Excise agreed to actually give me a concession here to actually make legalised poteen. It's the first time that the government have granted anybody in Ireland permission to actually make legalised poteen. But one of the problems we have, we're not allowed to sell it here. We have to actually go abroad to actually get this product, which is part of our heritage, and it has been a way of life in Ireland going back to the 6th century.
All together now. She don't lie, she don't lie, she don't lie. Hey, Poteen! Gotta feel better now.
This train is now boarding through gate number 4. That's a further call for passengers travelling to New York on, I think, this train 103.
Unimaginable though it may seem to the traditional moonshiner, legalised Bunratty Poteen is now a duty-free bestseller. In fact, the only place it can actually be sold in Ireland is in our airport duty-free shops. And with departing holidaymakers or emigrants or returning Yanks, it's proving to be a rare hit.
Let me try this. Well, I'm very pleased with the success story of this today. It's been a dream come true for me as a small industry in the region here to actually have launched poteen on the marketplace. We've made a lot of progress, I would feel, Jim, in the last 12 months with the product, and I think that we now find that people are looking for it abroad in vast quantities, and I see the product growing immensely, I think, over the next number of months. I think we're now in a stage where we find that it's beginning to mushroom for us, which I'm pleased to say.
Well, up on our part, it's very strange, to see it out on the shelves, because it's illegal up in the north, so why not take something out that's illegal? It's supposed to be illegal anyway.
I think that we're now looking at a scene that T.J. Maher actually emphasised some years ago in Europe, that he was trying to convert poteen making into a cottage industry. It's part of our heritage going back, and it's been part of our culture. And I think it's great to see, being now in the shelves where it should have been for years.
Oh,
that is very good.
when we were in the States, and we had a friend who brought some back in his suitcase, and he got it through customs as holy water, and it was nowhere near as smooth as this is.
Certainly, the product is an imaginative one, and we've had dramatic successes, in the Ballygowns and the Tipperary Spring Waters and people like that. And in a sense, this is the same. Idiom. It's a different beverage. It has different tradition. It has different connotations, but in a sense, it's in the same mode.
Coming around now for the second time. Grab your pants. If your sound is a drought, no doubt. Poteen.
Of course, we have our Stonewall Dreamer, the glass of Bunratty mead and glass of poteen, which goes down extremely well also.
How do you think it would go with oysters?
I think it would go down extremely well.
Poteen and oysters. It'd be like mixing up Bob Hope and Bing Crosby. It'd be great crack, but I don't think it'll go down in Galway.